Alrighty, good evening ladies and gentlemen, this is Hairy Muppet. Welcome back to the Hairy Bash. It's the semi-finals, game number 2 between Arthur and Petrify. And Arthur got a little bit owned the last game. Petrify basically just bounced off one base, went for a fast spawning pool, fast ling speed, got a bunch of lings out, sent them straight out. Arthur unfortunately went for a nexus off one gateway build, barely had his cyber core up when the link started streaming in with speed, and he basically just got owned. So we're going to be seeing a bit of a different playstyle from Arthur, I'm hoping here, because yeah, he cannot afford to just sit back and just sort of lay back and just do that nice easy macro play versus Petrify, because Petrify has shown that he can do all sorts of tricky stuff, and it looks like he may be going for the same build. Not sure. We do have a pull before hatch, and I'm sure he'd love to just finish off Arthur again with exactly the same build, but Arthur I do not think is going to let this happen. He's going for a forge fast expand. He's got the probe over there. Is he thinking about a cannon rush here? I think he maybe is right here. He's getting the probe in there, and yeah, cannon rushing the back of this expansion could it definitely be an option, but there's no expansion coming down. Maybe. Oh, there's one over in the gold, so Petrify actually hiding his expansion almost. We will see it. It looks like Arthur is going to be able to figure out where it is, and is almost certainly going to be able to cannon rush it. I assume that's what his play is. Maybe not. Looks like, there we go. Is he going to build a pylon? There we go. The pylon is coming down. So it does look like a cannon rush, and he's going to be actually getting the Nexus out. I'm not sure if he would have got the Nexus out if he had found that expansion a bit earlier, but took him a little while, so he did get the expansion out as well. And he's just going to be waiting to build a cannon right here. And look at this beautiful positioning, man. It's sort of blocked off this side. Cannon's blocked off this side. I thought maybe he's going to leave the probe in the middle, but I suppose that wouldn't have been too much of a point. So there we go, cannon coming down, and the lings are coming out. So this probe is going to be pretty screwed, but is this going to just take a run for it? Petrify should be able to knock these down. The cannon is not going to make it. There we go, it does get cancelled, and the pylon is going to be destroyed. But regardless, Arthur has got his base down almost as fast as Petrify got his expansion down. And actually has got, yeah, is in a pretty good position actually. He knows that there is a Zerg base out on the gold. He knows that that is the only expansion he has to worry about. He's got this all tucked up. There's actually his first gateway I think he's building, but he's getting quite a bit of gas. Got the double gas going on the main base. Completely blocked off here with one cannon. Should be able to knock away as many links as he needs to. This little worker hiding over there could potentially start cannon rushing this area as well, if it chooses to. But Petrify right now, his main concern is getting this gold base fully up and mining ASAP. Getting a bunch of links, getting a baneling nest as well. So maybe looking for an early baneling bust on this defense from Arthur, which is not all that robust. It's good for now against lings, but against banelings, this thing's not going to last 2 seconds. It is going to get torn down, and Arthur really needs to start getting out some actual units. Oh man, I'm sorry, I just a bit yawny today. I don't know, man, mid-afternoon, you just, it's all over the place, man. You just start getting tired. I did stay up to like 12:30 last night playing Prison Architect. It's such an addictive game. Yeah, definitely go out and try it if you want to run a prison. It's in an alpha, so it's still fairly buggy, but it's such a great game regardless. So anyway, if you do want to run your own prison, definitely check it out. And yes, I'm way too tight at the moment. Here we go, Baneley's coming in. He's going to have to do a good job. Snipey. Banelings, oh, doing a good job. The Banelings hit the gateway. Could not have picked a worse target for the Banelings to hit than that gateway, and he did a great job getting the Banelings off on that other side. So very nice. And the first attack, which could have blown through that pylon if it got a little bit closer, did end up not doing all that much. Maybe they exploded close to the pylon. Did a bit of damage, but yeah, not too bad. Ling speed is starting to come up now. Maybe going for another attack route, but we will see. He's going all the way around, so the mothership core is not going to spot it. Ooh. Yeah, so here we go. Does see the mothership core coming. Is going to be building a spore crawler just to make sure that these guys don't all die. Although the queen could potentially take care of all of them right there. And Arthur looks like he wants to put the pain on very, very closely. He's going to get 5 more gateways up. He's chrono boosting out the gate tech. He is going to be trying to do a ton of damage. We're talking about a 6. Says it's usually a 7 gate off 2 bases, but he's going for a 6 gate. And he's also going for an expansion on the gold. So very, very nice backup over here. And we expect, there we go, there's a couple more gateways. We expect him to just explode, but here we go, the Ling's coming in. And this could force to get cancelled right here. Actually puts the pylon down at the very, very last second to stop that down. Arthur, I'm not sure if he's got enough to actually knock these Lings back. He's going to warp in some sentries, and they should be able to force field their way out of this dilemma for a little while anyway, actually trapping these guys behind the force field, trapping them all over the place, and these guys are completely stuck right here. This is like a meat grinder or something. And with 4 sentries on either side, or at least 4 on either side, they all get absolutely blown away. And Petrify, man, cannot be happy about losing all of those Lings. He has seen it's a very, very heavy sentry sort of build right here. Going for a Roach Warren, going for a bunch more Lings, and if he can start to get a crap ton of Roaches out, he is going to start to get very, very dangerous in this game because, yeah, I mean, Roaches just do a fantastic job at destroying all of these units right here. Arthur, however, is going for a robotics facility. So it could mean Immortals, it could mean Observers, but almost certainly will mean Immortals if he starts to realise that the Roaches are out of the map, which he should realise fairly soon. Look at this beautiful play right there. Just trapping them like fish in a barrel, and look at them all die. So really, really great use of force fields by Mr. Arthur, and he's just destroyed so many Lings. Look, it's 53 Lings and 3 Banelings. He has not lost a single military unit so far. And he's feeling so good about it, he's just moving out. Now, there are a crap ton of Roaches coming out at the moment, which could really knock this force back. But then again, it's so good. Arthur's got so many forces and he's been doing so many good engagements that maybe he can just make this work. Is the Observer out? No, he's getting a Warp Prism out from the robotics facility. So this is going to be a little bit painful right here, dealing with this. But he is going to be moving up, taking care of the 3rd base, putting some force fields down. I don't think the Roaches, they do almost have tunneling claws. There they go, they're moving under the force fields. The base is going to go down. Maybe needs to think about warping out of there, Mr. Arthur, because he's just got too many Roaches on his case. Needs to teleport out of there. There he goes, getting the hell out of there. Did take a fairly decent amount of losses, but he's got the Immortals coming out. Is he going to get some Stalkers out as well? That would not be a bad idea at all. We'll have to see how it goes. The Roaches are moving across the map. Going to try and do something. And Arthur, he's still got forces back here. He's got a ton of Zealots. I think they're on the natural expansion though. Needs to start moving them over to the 3rd base if he wants to have any chance of really holding this off. But there we go. Roaches just destroying everything. He's going to lose a fairly decent amount of workers here. But if he gets an Observer, do we have at least one Observer? We do. So yeah, most of the Roaches getting out of there though. They're pretty smart. They know they're going to get absolutely owned if they get stuck inside there. And the main army flanks them. So yeah, Petrify, given the GG. What the hell? Oh, there we go. Zealots in the main base. Zealots destroying a ton of workers. How did I miss that? I was too busy looking at all the Roaches here. But yes, we did have a Warp Prism coming in. Ton of Zealots. Looked like they killed all the workers from the main base. And yeah, or most of them anyway. But Petrify obviously was losing a lot more than he was killing. And decided to give the GG there. So, bit unfortunate for Petrify, and Arthur has taken a game back in this series very, very nicely. The Roaches did give him a bit of trouble, but he just kept on macroing, man. He had 60 workers at the 13-minute mark, which is a very, very decent amount. That fast 3rd on the gold, giving him a ton of macro, and he just shot ahead as far as the army was concerned, and just started taking stuff out left, right, and centre. So really, really great stuff from Mr. Arthur. And yeah, we'll see what happens 3rd game. We shouldn't count Petrify out yet. I think he could still pump out something. See if he can take out Arthur. I'm not sure, but we will catch that tomorrow. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. So it's been Hairy Muppet. Hope you enjoyed this game.